Eadie Hofstry Plot. It is given by George Eadie and Baron Hofstee. It is one of the linear form of Michaelis-Menten equation, and it is used to determine the maximum velocity and Michaelis-Menten constant for single substrate enzyme catalyzed reaction. So to derive this Eadie Hofstee equation, first consider the Michaelis-Menten equation. So the Michaelis-Menten equation is nothing but V naught is equal to V max into S naught divided by Km plus S naught. So here V naught is initial velocity and V max is maximum velocity, S naught is substrate concentration, Km is Michaelis-Menten constant. Invert this equation, that is 1 by V naught is equal to Km plus S naught divided by V max into S naught. Okay. Next, you just separate the components of numerator on the right hand side. That is 1 divided by V naught is equal to Km divided by V max into S naught plus S naught divided by V max into S naught. Okay. So you just cancel it out. So you'll get, so 1 by V naught is equal to Km divided by V max into S naught plus 1 by V max. So this equation is known as Lin-Weaver-Burke equation. Okay. So to get the Eadie-Hofstee equation, you just multiply this both side of this Lin-Weaver-Burke equation with V naught into V max. So 1 by V naught into V naught into V max is equal to Km divided by V max into S naught into V naught into V max plus 1 by V max into V naught into V max. Okay. So you just cancel it out. V max. So here also V max. Now we write the equation, that is V max is equal to Km divided by S naught into V naught plus V naught. So you now rearrange this equation, that is V naught is equal to V max minus Km into S naught divided by V naught. So V naught is equal to V max minus Km into V naught divided by S naught. So you just rearrange this equation in the linear form, that is V naught is equal to minus Km into V naught divided by S naught plus V max. So it is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So here y is V naught and m is slope, that is minus Km, and your x-axis is V naught divided by S naught, and your intercept is V max. So this equation is known as Eadie-Hofstee equation. The graphical representation of this Eadie-Hofstee equation is known as Eadie-Hofstee plot. If you plot the values of V naught divided by S naught against V naught, you will get a straight line. Okay. So here it is the negative slope, that is minus Km, and the intercept on y-axis is V max and intercept on x-axis is V max divided by Km. So from this Eadie-Hofstee equation, you may find out only slope minus Km and intercept on y-axis V max. But here one more term is there, that is intercept on x-axis. So you may ask the question, how they find out that intercept on x-axis is V max divided by Km. So to find the x-intercept, first consider the coordinates x comma y at this point. So in x-axis you have x value, some x value, and here y is 0. So at x-axis your y is 0. So just put this value, that is y is equal to 0 in your linear equation, y is equal to mx plus c, and just substitute the slope and intercept. So here y is equal to 0 and your slope is minus Km. into x. X we have to find out. Okay, plus your intercept. So this intercept is on y-axis, that is V max. Okay, so x into km is equal to V max. Okay, so x is equal to V max divided by km. So this is your intercept on x-axis. So V max divided by km. So like this, you can calculate also y-intercept. So to calculate y-intercept, you have to put x is equal to 0 in your linear equation. If you solve like this, you will get y is equal to V max. Thank you.